This is Bobby Blackhat. Welcome to the Red Shoes Podcast.
Put on your red shoes. Put on your red shoes. Put on your red shoes. Put on your red shoes tonight.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Red Shoes Podcast. I'm George Marsh, or as I'm known around the music community, I'm known as Red Shoes. This is our 13th episode. Thank you to all our fans out there to continue to listen to us. You're very much appreciated.
This podcast is brought to you by 757livemusic.com, the go-to local live music calendar. Looking for when and where your favorite bands and musicians are playing? Our online calendar covers Gloucester, Yorktown, Williamsburg, Toano, Charles City, and New Kent. With details on live music at 55 plus venues, we've got your next night out covered. Check out 757livemusic.com today. On behalf of local musicians, bands, and venues, thank you for supporting local live music.
And we brought on a new sponsor, Nickel Knopf's Pub in Newtown, formerly Brass Tap, here in Williamsburg. A shout out to all the local up-and-coming musicians or even seasoned veterans. Please consider coming out to the Nickel Knopf's Pub open mic on Wednesday nights from 7 to 10. It's hosted by local singer-songwriter Aaron Bemis. I want to give a big shout-out to Side Piece RVA. Laura Lee, David, Blake, and Blake put on an awesome show last night at Haas's Deli in Newport News, and they gave me this one of their cool shirts to sport on the podcast today, so I want to thank you for that. Look for pictures and videos to be posted today. I think I got a couple up, so thank you very much. We have a brave guest in the studio today because this is her. She's returning. This is her second time, this is the first time in the new studio. By Cecilee Landefeld, known as Lavender Fire. Welcome back to the new improved studio.
Yay! Thank you so much for having me here. I know I walked in, I'm like, ooh, this is like the future. I love it.
Cool. Let's see. Today, however, we are here to wait a minute. So, your last appearance, we talked about a new song released, Lavender Fire, and being nominated for the VR Magazine Awards last year. Yep. Today, however, we're here to talk about your new album, From Shadows to Light.
Yep.
And today we have queued up 3 songs from that album that you'll hear throughout the show today. So fill us in. What's happened since the last time you were here?
A lot of different things. So I've been doing a lot of different showcases around here. Like some of my other friends have like house concerts where they'll invite like 3 or 4 different artists to come and do their thing. One of my friends, Ray West, was doing that. She calls it the House Show Project. Also, Cadence, who you had in a couple weeks ago. Cadence has Live from the VB Garden, which is literally in their backyard, in their garden. Complete with, Anna, the little dog that kind of comes around. So I've been doing a lot of different showcases, and also one of my good friends, Alex Best, who is the best, he hosts an open mic night once a month at the Aloft Hotel in Chesapeake. So it's in the Greenbrier area, if y'all are familiar with that. And he hosts an open mic night there. And he's someone I've known since even before COVID.
Okay.
Because he and I had connected because he's also a fan of a lot of the other female artists that I like Tori Amos, especially. Okay. Like we both bonded over like our love of Tori Amos, who's also one of my big influences.
Nice.
So that's what I've been doing a lot of, and then also working on making this album, which I recorded a crap ton of songs for. Because ADD, I've got a big idea. No, I know I've got like 50 other ideas. I'm gonna follow this one.
Right.
So I was recording a lot of, slowly working on all my songs, and even since I put out Lavender Fire and even Roommates and She's My Ocean, The versions on the album sound a little different because also I've been playing them live. And so playing them live as opposed to singing them in the studio is like a completely different beast.
Exactly.
So like Lavender Fire, for example, is a little bit faster than how I initially recorded it. Same with She's My Ocean. And also, also since then, I have performed She's My Ocean on TV.
Okay.
So it was on the Hampton Road show. It was their New Music Friday. It was back in March, which was pretty cool.
That's cool.
So I've been doing a lot of different
How was
things.
that experience? I mean...
It was really cool. I cannot believe I hit the high notes at like 10 a.m. I think it was just a lot of like the
nerves and
vocal, a lot of vocal warm-ups because I did a lot of training in classical singing. So even though I don't sing in a classical way when I'm doing my own music,
right?
Because otherwise it wouldn't sound good. It would sound like, hey, what's so like Nightwish? And it's like, that works for Nightwish, but not for like me.
Right.
But a lot of the warm-ups and like how to take care of your voice have really helped. So that's what I've been working on. And also I'm just kind of continuing to do open mic nights and podcasts like this one to share the story of my album, which was a long time coming. Okay.
So what went into the second album? When you finished Lavender Fire, what path did you go and to create the second one? I mean, was there a story or a situation that...
It's a little bit of so I ended up the album From Shadows to Light ended up being like a concept album of sorts about coming out of the closet, especially later in life, also self-acceptance and healing. And so it ended up being like the first half of the album is like the shadows portion. It's like you're dealing with all the bad crap going into the happy stuff where like you're not completely there, but you're better than you were at the beginning. Right. So it's almost a hero's journey or heroine's journey of sorts.
Well, that's cool.
Because it starts with like, okay, I'm going to burn it all down. I've realized that I need to live as my truth and just, it's where the arsonist, that's what the arsonist is about, leading into like the hardest part, which is about, oh God, I could have done that a lot better. Right. Because I did when I came out and then it's just like, it was like a bomb went off. Right. Leading into some of the other songs, and then even like Rainbow at Your Door is about finding people who get you, especially finding like kind of your chosen family. Like within the LGBT community, it's pretty common to have like a chosen family. Right. Because also I've been lucky in my experience that my parents are accepting of me. Okay. But that's not the case for a lot of people in the LGBT community. So they find a chosen family. So they find people that are like, hey, we'll take you in and we'll be your family. So that was what Rainbow at Your Door is about. And then that leads into like Lavender Fire, She's My Ocean, where it's like, I'm proud to be who I am. And then She's My Ocean, it's like the gayest song I've ever written. So it's like, it's about finding love. It's about finding your person. And it's just a journey. And then you get to the end, Legacy, which is about like, what are the things you're going to leave behind? Right.
Cool. Well, the first song we got lined up, I'm going to let you say it because I'm probably going to butcher it. What's it called?
Okay. It is called Le Chant de Lavande.
Okay.
And it is in French.
Okay.
So this is actually a French version of Lavender Fire. And a little funny thing about the title. So the title means the lavender song. And so back in the Weimar Republic times, so this is before World War II, there was a song called the Lavender Song. And there are recordings of it, and you can listen to it. It's very much like a big cabaret number. And it is a gay pride song before, Stonewall and all these other things. And it's about being proud of who you are. And they called it the Lavender Song, and it was sung in German. So that's why I thought, I'm going to do a similar thing. It's like a reference to this German song that was very popular in German cabarets before World War II. And so it is a French version of Lavender Fire. Okay. And so I adapted it. And like the imagery in it is similar to what I have in English. I do feel like I sing it, like I sound different singing in French than I do English. Because like French is very liquidy and all that. And I thought it would be important to do a French version of this because LGBT people are everywhere. And, in my day job, I help people
Right.
from places where it's illegal to be gay.
Gotcha.
And so they're coming here and seeking asylum and all that. And so I wanted to do this, for them and also just for, the worldwide community. I mean, we're everywhere.
Right.
We're in every language. We're in every culture. And I feel like that was a good thing for me to do.
Cool.
Plus, it's cool to sing in French. I love singing it. Like, it's the classical stuff in
Right. And if I understand correctly, this was an exclusive to Apple Music, iTunes, and physical copies of the album.
Yes. So I remember, if any of y'all remember when the 90s or wherever, where you would get a hidden track, you put in the CD, you're like, wait, it says there's 12 tracks, but it says 11 tracks on the back here. That's what this is. It's a hidden track. So I wanted it to be like an exclusive little thing.
Cool, cool, cool. Well, let's listen to it.
Ça me brûle au cœur dès ma naissance. Et ça s'appelait comment? Moi je ne savais pas. Pourtant il était là. Mais j'ai dû le cacher à l'autre bout du ciel, tout au fond de moi. Mais un feu grandit bien trop vite. Si on le cache, puis ça répand. Quand c'est de lavande, c'est de lavande. Il brillait dans la nuit et ça brûlait toujours malgré les fleurs en moi, tentant de l'étouffer et tant de honte. Pourquoi les flammes brûlaient-elles pour elle et pas pour il? Eh bien, je l'ai essayé, c'est pas mon truc. Mais un feu grandit bien trop vite, plus on le cache, plus ça répond. Eh bien, me voici, c'est ainsi je remplace la vie en noir et blanche par celle de lavande, celle de lavande, celle de lavande. Ces années-là remplies de pleurs en noir et blanc, mon âme en tourment. Ces années-là remplies de pleurs en noir et blanc, mon âme en tourment. Mais un feu grandit bien trop vite, ma vérité, je la défends à tout le monde qui abonde. Vois les flammes qui s'étendent et qui s'étendent. Feu de lavande, feu de lavande, feu de lavande.
Very nice.
Oh, thank you. Ben oui, bien, merci beaucoup.
So, listening to a song in a different language gives
Different.
you two different perspectives. I mean,
It also sounds different. Like I think because of the nature of French, it's like French is very much like up at the front of the mouth and everything, and occasional throatiness, borrowed mostly from the Germanic tribes that came across what's now France, the Franks. It's very much like up here, but like English is like middle of the mouth, back of the mouth, and so and I have to kind of like I open the mouth more But French doesn't do that. Like,
Right.
mais si on parle en français, c'est un peu comme ça que la bouche est presque fermée. You know, like you can say a lot with just like not opening your mouth. So.
Because you do translation, right? If I
Yes.
remember right.
So the reason I speak French is because I've been learning French. I had a choice between French and Spanish when I was growing up, and everybody was like, "Oh, I'm going to take Spanish because it's an easy A." I took French, took it all the way through high school. Had so many people that told me, "Why didn't you take Spanish? Spanish is much more useful." You try telling that to the thousands of people I have helped in the last
Right.
6 years as an interpreter. Like French is spoken in France, yes, but it's also many parts of Africa and especially Quebec.
Nice.
Up in Quebec, they speak it up there too. So, but I work as an over-the-phone interpreter, so I get to help a lot of different people, lots of situations. So that's where I get to speak it all the time.
Nice.
And I can tell that when I'm singing English, I think I become a little bit more resonant up here because that's where because French is very nasal,
Right.
like right up here. So it's even carried over when I sing in English.
Okay. And part of our notes here for the show, you speak about recording things on your own and learning how to be your own producer.
Yep.
How's that coming along?
It's coming along great, and it's a constant process. I'm always learning. I think really looking back on it, I would have loved to have gone to school to learn this stuff because I was experimenting with this kind of stuff even back with like the $20, $30 programs from CompUSA and stuff like that. And like, oh, I want to make my own music. But like girls just weren't encouraged to do that kind of thing.
Right.
And they still aren't. Like the number of female music producers versus male is still very, very male dominated.
Lopsided.
But I mean, they are out there. There are a lot of independent female producers I've met, and so that's been pretty cool. But it's a constant learning process, especially with like learning like kind of like how to balance my voice versus the piano, learning things like compression and equalization, just making sure that things work together.
Right.
Because also the piano is not just, it's a stringed instrument, but it's also a percussive instrument.
Right.
And so I would need to make sure that the frequencies of the piano are not interfering with my voice. And also like being able to also balance my backing vocals, because I do a lot of backing vocals because I need to fill out that space because it's just me. Plus, I really like sitting there like, just like recording a bunch of those. Because also I was in choir for years.
Right.
And so I bring in a lot of that experience.
Cool. Well, you're also, my understanding, you're a finalist in the, is it Proteus Music contest in Virginia Beach, getting to play Elton John's piano for the finals.
Yes. I am going to crow about that last thing until the day I die. So this was the Proteus Music Contest. It was at the Ziders American Dream Theater in Virginia Beach. Cadence was a finalist last year. And basically, it was open to any indie musicians. And you had to submit a song. And then you got, people got to vote on like their audience favorite. And then they had a jury of other music producers who would then pick the other finalists. Okay. And I was chosen as a finalist, which I was just like ecstatic about. Like, oh my God. So I got chosen this year, and the piano, they had a piano there, and they said, well, we have a piano, because I asked them, like, do I need to bring my Yamaha, or do you have a piano there? And they said, oh, we have a piano here. And so a couple of days before the finals, I asked if I could go there to rehearse, because I wanted to get to know the piano a little bit, because every piano is a little different. Like some of them, like you have to really pound on them in order to get the keys, and sometimes some of them you don't. Well, this one, they wheeled out this grand piano, and the lady that was wheeling it out, her name was Liz, and she said, yeah, and also so this is the grand piano we have, and it went on tour with Elton John. And I was like, I am not worthy. So I got to play a piano that went on tour with Elton John. And like I said, I'm going to crow about that till the day I die. I'm going to be at the nursing home. And I'll be like, well, yay, I got to play Elton John's piano. Yeah, that lady's going on about Elton John again.
Yeah, because you just sent out your newsletter. And I, tell everybody you sign up for her newsletter. I saw I guess you had a 10-minute video or so about the episode and everything. That looked like it was a good time.
It was. So we had 10 minutes. Each of us had 10 minutes to play, and they had a timer. Like, you can't see it on the video, but there was a timer in front of me. I'm like, oh, God, I got the thing. Oh, shit. But I, like, practiced it beforehand, like, what the songs I was going to do, what was going to be my banter, so I would not go over. Because if you went over, then you would start to lose points.
Right.
And so I chose East. I did my song East, which will be coming out as a standalone single. And then I did She's My Ocean.
Okay.
And it was my wife who did the video.
Nice.
And also my parents. My parents came to visit, too. Which completely surprised me.
Was it a big audience, or was it a smaller audience?
Oh no, it was a big audience.
Okay.
Yep. So, but it was a lot of
fun.
fun.
Like a concert.
it was. It was like a 10-minute concert.
Nice.
And it was just like beginning to play like a grand piano. Such a different experience than playing a digital keyboard.
I'm sure.
It really is.
Cool. Let's see. Getting to perform "She's My Ocean" live on TV for the Hampton Roads show back in March.
Yep.
And that was a really cool experience, I'm sure.
It was. It really was like I got interviewed, and then I got to play the song, and I brought you see in the video, that's my Yamaha. That is that piano. I have had that Yamaha DGX 230. Yes, I know it's old, but whatever, it works. That thing has had so many miles on it because that is my one that I bring with me to all my gigs. Because you cannot trust that if you go to an open mic night that somebody else is going to be a piano player and just happen to have one.
Exactly.
So that one has had a lot of miles on it, and it was on TV.
Nice. So the next song here is called "The Arsonist."
Yes.
And this is the opening track of From Shadows to Light. And it's about starting your life over.
Yep.
The song was chosen as the top 50 song so far in 2025 by Veer Magazine. It was performed at the Songbird Sessions, the all-female singer-songwriter showcase that you host quarterly at the Aloft Hotel in Chesapeake, Virginia.
Well, and actually, this last one, I didn't get to perform this one, but I did perform it at Cadence's Showcase Live at the VB Garden, which is in Virginia Beach. But yeah, this is the opening track. I was kind of wary of starting with this one because it's got kind of a dark energy to it. Because it is. It's about the moment where, from my specific experience, it was about the moment that I came out to my then husband and said, I'm sorry, I'm gay. I cannot stay here anymore. But I mean, more just in general, it could be about just the moment where you decide you've just had enough and you need to just start it all over.
Right.
And it's about like, you've kind of kept this inside of you for so long that you're just like, you're just burning it all down. You don't care what happens. And this one eventually is going to get recorded with drums.
Okay.
Especially toward the end. And I had so much fun recording the background vocals on this. Because there's at least 3 different little things going on. Like there's a hi-ya, and then there's like hee, and then there's like lots of little things going on in there. I brought in a lot of like my choir experience for that because I wanted to feel like you're looking at what you've done and like the voices are just like it's the fire. It's just everything going up.
Oh, cool.
So,
well,
it's actually my favorite song to play live because I get like.
Well, let's everybody. Here it goes.
Here, yay.
I walked in the ashes for so long that smoke has stained my soul. I walked with burns on my hands from the moment 6 years ago. I always ran from the home he built, hiding in shame I didn't want to feel. I always ran from the winds of truth that I knew were coming for me. And maybe someday the stains will wash away. Maybe someday I'll forget that December day when I threw the match. Then I turned around and turned dust to dust, the arsonist. And oh, we built the perfect facade as my truth blew against the walls. And we let that house go to the sky till I couldn't hold it, so I let it fall. And maybe someday I'll forgive myself. And maybe someday put it on the shelf. 'Cause I threw the match, then I turned around and turned dust to dust, melting our rings. He's not who I want. I turned dust to dust, 'cause I'm the arsonist. Wish I'd known myself sooner that I didn't want him, I wanted her. Well, maybe someday the stains will wash away. Well, maybe someday I'll forget that December day when I threw the match, then I turned around and turned dust to dust, melting our rings. He's not who I want. I turned dust to dust, 'cause I'm the arsonist. 'Cause I'm the arsonist.
Wow.
Thank you. I swear, I'm actually happy. I drink enough coffee and I eat chocolate. It's okay.
So, your next steps, as I see in our notes here, is wanting to have a drummer for shows and writing more songs.
Yep.
And I understand you found one.
Yes, I have. So the drummer I found, I've been working with him just for a little bit, but also one of my side gigs is working as the keyboardist at a Unity Renaissance church in Chesapeake, and also occasional backing vocalist. And he is the drummer. He's the drummer in the group. His name is Vince DeRosa.
Yeah, I know Vince from Up in the Air. That's how I know him. So.
Yeah, he's been in a lot. He does a lot of stuff around here. Or I'm like, I felt bad being like, hey, can you have one more thing to your plate? And so yeah, we're working together on a couple of my songs, and also as for writing more songs. Yeah, I have already written a lot of other songs, because even though like I was working on this one, I'm just always writing.
Right.
Like there's no such thing as a writer's block for me. Like even if it feels like there is, I just force myself through it. Nice. So I've already got quite a number of other songs, including a couple that I'm going to perform at a loft this week for my friend Alex's open mic night at a loft. And so one of them is kind of a wintry sort of song, because I thought about trying to write some slightly Christmassy songs, but I don't ever feel like what else can I write about Christmas?
Right.
So instead it's more about the winter and just like in general, the season. And also I have another song that I'm playing around with called City of Light, which was about my experience of being in Paris.
Oh, wow.
Being 20 years old, being dropped at the Arc de Triomphe because the bus you were supposed to take from Charles de Gaulle to the Gare Montparnasse, they were on strike. Oh. So they dropped you off at the Arc de Triomphe and you're looking around, oh my God. First of all, holy shit, I'm here in France. And also, oh God, where do I go? Also, my body thinks that it's 1 a.m. Why is the sun up at 7 a.m.?
Right.
So that's one of the other songs I'm playing around with. Just seeing what happens.
And you have been recording some other cover songs to potentially release as B-sides. One of them is a girl and piano version of Matchbox 20's, was it Unwell?
Yep, Unwell.
A song that goes over well at local open mic nights because no one expects a woman and a piano on that song.
Yeah, because it's a dude song. So, dude and guitar, a sad dude and guitar kind of song.
Right.
And it said, I play piano. That's the axe I wield. And so that one I am working on. It's actually trickier to sing than you think it is. Because it just kind of goes all over the place. And I'm not going to sing it now because I don't want to get anything for copyright here. But there are some odd leaps and intervals in the melody that I'm having to kind of figure out how to do. So I've got that one. I've actually got a couple of kind of girl and piano versions of stuff, like other dude songs. Because one of my idols is Tori Amos.
Okay.
And so one of the first things that she ever released actually was a girl and piano version of Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Okay.
Where she really makes the song her own. Like you almost don't even recognize it until she gets to the hello part, I would say. But she, or even in her own live concerts, she'll take songs that you don't expect to hear a piano version of, and she does her own thing with them. So that's kind of that little tradition I'm carrying on there. Right. And also giving you a female perspective to the song. But one of the other ones I did like that was Sleep Token. They're kind of a harder rock band, and it was their song, Are You Really Okay?
Okay.
Which I ended up doing a version of. And it's interesting doing female versions of dude songs because I usually have to transpose the key.
Okay.
Because it's usually either I have to go way too high or I have to dip way too low. Okay. And I don't want to dip too low because singing too low will damage your voice just as much as singing high.
Gotcha.
Are You Really Okay? Which actually is out now. And also Depeche Mode is one of my favorites. And I'm working on a cover of one of their songs, which has an extremely tricky chord progression, and I somehow managed to make it work in a different key for their song Happens All the Time, which will be like Unwell is going to get released as a B-side at some point.
Okay. Well, I want to apologize to the audience. I'm getting some popping sounds in here, so I hope it comes out in post, but we'll see what happens. So let's see what else. So we have a third song ready to go here. It's called Streets and Bridges. Is there a story behind there?
Yes. So this is about biking, but more generally spending time with someone you love.
Okay.
But specifically, this one is about biking because that's what my wife and I like to do together.
Okay. I'm a cyclist, so
we bike around Norfolk.
Okay.
And so there are some places mentioned in this song that are specific to Norfolk.
Okay.
Like the water side, we mentioned the water side, pedaling along the water side, crossing Compostela, because the Compostela Bridge is really, really steep.
Right.
And it's murder on your knees. And also MJ's, can you see it now? The other side, it's MJ's Tavern, which is one of our favorite restaurants. It's an LGBT friendly locale. Okay. If any of you guys listening, maybe you've heard of it. But yeah, it's just in general about spending time with the one you love and just kind of going on a journey together. And the title was inspired by literally a sign that I saw on a building that was like a Department of Public Works, and it said Streets and Bridges. Okay. And I was riding my bike along, and I'm like, Streets and Bridges. I'm like, oh, shoot, I got a song. So there we go.
Oh, cool. Well, let's listen.
Feel it now in the frosty air. I watch the sun fall on your face, pedaling along the waterside. You're here with me, wheeling away. So come on out for a bit with me. Let's follow streets and bridges, streets and bridges, streets and bridges. All that's left to see with you. I love the inside as much as you. watch the sun fall through the blinds, walking the floor between our four walls, and every day getting lost inside our minds. So come on now for a bit with me. Let's follow streets and bridges, streets and bridges, streets and bridges. All the world is ours. Streets and bridges, streets and bridges, streets and bridges. So much left to see with you. With you. Oh, with you. Crossing Compostela, we're almost there. So close, yet so far away. Well, can you see it now? The other side, it's MJ's. Just another adventure today. Streets and bridges, streets and bridges, streets and bridges. All the world is ours. Oh, streets and bridges, streets and bridges, streets and bridges. So much left to see with you. With you. With you. With you. With you, my love.
Very nice.
Thank you. It was so much fun to play that one live because the piano is constantly moving. When you're a cyclist, you know, when you're cycling,
Right.
it's just going and going.
Right.
And that's how I wanted it to feel when I started coming up with that riff. Like, it just kind of felt like circular, like you're just woo, 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 just
Right.
keep it on going. And then when it pauses at the bridge there, because literally going to the Compostela Bridge, it's so steep. Because a lot of the bridges in Norfolk, when we're going over them, like they are steeper than you think. You
Right.
don't feel them in a car. But if you're on a bike and it's just like, and that's how the Compostela Bridge feels. It is so freaking, like at one point, like she kept going on ahead and I just went, I can't stand this. I'm going to walk this thing.
Well, is there any upcoming events or shows that's going to feature your new album?
Yeah, so I am going to be playing a show with Soulful Serenade. So that's one of Vince's other
Vince, yeah.
projects with a woman named Lizabeth. They have a piano vocal duo. And so we're going to be doing a shared gig at the Aloft Hotel on Saturday, December 13th.
Okay.
Starting at 7, so from 7 to 10. So one of us is going to play for about 45 minutes, and then the other will come up and do 45 minutes, and so just kind of trade off.
Sweet.
And at the end, we'll all sing a couple of songs together. So I got that on December 13th, and it's free. And then I'm also participating in Porchella.
Okay.
In Porchella this year, which I had kind of heard about and always meant to sign up and just didn't. So basically, that's around Norfolk, and it's basically people who've opened their porches to have different musicians come and play on their porches. Hence Porchella.
Okay.
And so I've signed up for that, and that's going to be on December 27th. I don't know whose porch I'm playing on. They're going to figure that stuff out, but I'm excited for that.
It's a unique event. So.
Mm-hmm. And I like doing a lot of those kind of unique things,
Right.
like the things you wouldn't normally kind of
Right.
think of. Like, oh, well, hey, of course I'm going to play on somebody's porch, because why not?
Why not?
Yep. So that's what I got coming up. And then I did record a podcast episode for, it's called The Phoenix Table. And that one will be coming out in January. And that one is a podcast I found on Instagram. It was actually a fan
Okay.
who directed me to it, because she knows that like a lot of she's enjoyed my album and the story and like coming out and all that.
Right.
And she said, well, here's this other podcast you could also kind of go on. And it's a podcast where she talks with people about who've had to start their lives over.
Okay.
And so that one, like, I'm specifically talking more about my story and a little bit my music, but it's mostly about like the story and like the stuff that starting with the arsonist and how I got here. And that one's going to feature a little bit of my music in there. I've actually sent her a couple of my songs, including The Arsonist, and also another one I wrote kind of about the same situation. It was called Martyr, which I released under my real name, Cecilee, but is still a song that I play quite a bit of. And I actually mashed it up with a Depeche Mode song, also called Martyr, which is really interesting because like the two are like, they're the same title, and they actually kind of fit together really well.
Cool.
So that's what I got going on. And of course, recording stuff and working with Vince on working with a drummer, because it's definitely different working with live musicians than just sitting in here and like staring at Logic.
Now, is this geared for another album, obviously, or I mean, is it geared what you're working on now, geared for another album? Okay.
Yep, because I want to do something with more drums, a little bit more like kind of more piano, and a little fierce piano rock, a little bit.
Cool. Well, how can everybody find you on social media and listen to all your music? You assume you're on all the normal platforms.
Yep, I'm on YouTube. Basically, all social platforms, I'm Lavender Fire Music. Okay. I like to make it easy for people to find me because, I can't tell you how many times sometimes I've been at an open mic night and they say, oh, hey, you can find me on blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, yo, can you just tell me where you are? I don't want to go search for it. So I'm on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook at Lavender Fire Music. Also, lavenderfiremusic.com, which is where you can sign up for my newsletter. Which I try not to bombard people with too much. Like maybe once or twice a month, because I know a lot of people are busy, and then I'm busy too. I'm also on Spotify. I'm on Amazon Music. I'm on Bandcamp, and iTunes, Apple Music, all the fun stuff.
All the good stuff. Well, thanks for coming to the studio, and
of course
you survived your second episode.
I did. And also the trip getting up here from Norfolk. Yeah. So
it's a little chilly out there today too.
It is. It's a little cold, so I'm like, I turn on the heat. I'm like, turn it up, yes.
Well, thanks for everybody for tuning in. I hope you enjoy it. This episode should be out probably in a couple days. And hope everybody looks forward to listening to it. So thanks for coming by.
Indeed. Thank you so much for having me.
Put on your red shoes.
This is Bobby Black Hat. Thanks for listening.
Put on your red shoes. Put on your red shoes.